You can hear me. Thank you, Mikko. Sorry. These are very comfortable, if you're wondering. And there are. I got wonderful ears, so, you know. Anyhow, it's a real pleasure to have everybody here, and thank you for coming. We're very excited, and we hope you're very excited, too. We have a celebration today, and we're going to celebrate the beginning of a very big challenge. And let me start by sort of prefacing this in the kind of big picture. I think there are themes, if you put your TV on any night, you'll see, that have to do with education, have to do with environment, have to do with all kinds of crises. And the fact that they keep appearing has fundamentally to do with the problem that we actually don't know how to think about these problems. We're all aware education's a problem. We're all aware that healthcare is a problem, or the environment's a problem. The problem is we don't know how to think about them. We don't have the holistic understanding of how all the problems are connected with each other. And without an architecture of problems, it's impossible to have an architecture of solutions. So today I hope that we'll talk about architecture in its traditional context, but a higher level architecture that has to do with how you design problems, how you frame problems. And let me bore you by reading just a few sentences, which was part of our challenge that we launched in March. Society has made incredible progress on the backs of specialists working in narrowly focused disciplines. But today we face complex problems with no single owner or discipline capable of providing comprehensive solutions. Not unlike cooking, the solution today is not in any one ingredient, but in the mix. So when we started this process of saying, how can we advance the challenge of sustainability? Our problem was that there weren't any off-the-shelf solutions. There was no single specialist that we could go to. We actually had to develop a process that would allow us not the right solution, but actually a higher order, which is what's the right approach to the problem? How should we think about it? So we went about designing a process which called out to the world to bring the specialist in a mix. What's the kind of recipe to solve this problem? And asked them to put together basically a response to our request for qualifications. We got 75 from around the world, which was terrific. And I remember in our office, Justin Cook and several other people who've been working closely on this, we went, oh shit, look at these people. It was a who's who of sustainability. And so we had our first challenge, which was actually understand what team had the right balance to understand the ecosystem of the problem. And we selected 5 teams, and these are truly tremendous, formidable teams. They came in June here, and we gave them a brief. And we gave them a brief which was about helping us design an approach, not a solution. Helping us think about all the ingredients, like we have in a cake, but all the ingredients for an indicator. And help us create a vision that can help crystallize what the opportunity is for decision makers. A lot of this back of architecture is a bit abstract. So we realized we also needed some crystallization of the opportunity. They came in June, we immersed them in our ecosystem, and then for about 6 weeks they went back in their corners, networked, and developed proposals. Today we celebrate that work, and we will be going into the next room, not now, but in a little bit, to see that work and see the outcomes of that. We have, I'll just say a few more words, and then I will actually get to the interesting part, because I'm not that interesting, really. And the interesting part is the 5 proposals. So what I've asked the team to do is to actually give us a 5-minute, and I don't mean academic 5-minute, and I don't mean a design 5-minute, I mean a 5-minute presentation, which is really an appetizer and teaser for you to understand what's the big picture, what's the big strategy that they're proposing. We'll do 5 of these, and then I'll come back on stage, and I'll ask everybody to turn around and go into the next room behind us, where we will have a 1.5-hour cocktail party. And during that cocktail party, we will have the 5 teams available to talk to you. And that's the opportunity for you to engage in a discussion, see the work, and advance this discussion forward. As Mikko said, I think we have great opportunities here in Finland. We're a small country. We can actually create an ecosystem to test these ideas. We have great opportunities. We have Aalto, which is based on idea about a recipe. But I think as Finns, we also have to seize this opportunity. And we have to think beyond incremental improvements and actually think about systemic redesign of the way we frame problems. So I'll leave it at that. I think we have a very exciting afternoon. I hope you will grill our guests, our hosts, our team proposals, and I hope this will start a very long process that will happen in a very short period to get us where we need to be. Low2No is all about not what utopia is, but how do we get from where we are to where we need to be. So I'll be a bit of an MC. I'm going to step down now, and what I will ask is one team at a time to come up here and give their 5-minute sales pitch to you. And forgive me because my pronunciation is not always perfect, so I may butcher some names, but I will do my best not to. So let's start alphabetically with the teams, and we will start with the first team, which is Arup, Sarabur Hutton, Experientia, Galley Eco Capital. Why don't you guys come up here, and I will step out of the way.